Q&A. It's a Q&A webinar today. First and foremost, if you're watching this on record, guys, on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn the notifications onto the channel. You'll be able to get these every single week. And this is going to be an exciting webinar today because we're coming into the busiest time of year for us here at Pinnacle, multiplied by Strike content. So with that being said, guys, get ready, strap yourselves in. Rubes, good to see you, brother. With that being said, guys, comment if you have any questions about what we talk about here. All right. The majority of people here, they're all working with us at Pinnacle, growing their fitness businesses, polishing what their systems, their structures, their sales, their marketing, everything that you need that you don't get educated with when becoming a qualified PT. So when you're studying. So any questions about anything, let us know. New announcements. So guys, we've got quite a lot of new announcements today. So, or new content. We've got 6 or 7 pieces of new content. So first and foremost, with Michael here before, I've just added a few of the things that you needed, Michael, to the supporting documents to training inside your school portals. Social media job ad template example. Mon, I used yours, if you don't mind. Yours was really, really good. I know we work, so you're welcome. No worries. We worked on that together. So social media job template for recruiting your first trainer, second, third, fourth, fifth trainer, whatever trainer, it is there. So that's going to be found in recruitment in the leverage section. So if you're like Damo looking at leverage, if you're like Nathan who's leveraged, if you're like Ryan potentially looking at leveraging soon, Tanya looking at leverage, Sam who is leveraged, Cassie's leveraged, a lot of leverage trainers here, Michael who's leveraging now, Simon who's just come on board, who's looking at leveraging in the new year. A lot of the guys here are well past beyond fully booked. And what we show people how to do at Pinnacle is how to leverage businesses safely and securely so that you can get your time back, but also get cash richer and time rich as well. So we've got a job template ad there for social media. We've got 5 new recorded webinars. So Sam, you prompted me that there was a few webinars missing as well. So I've gone back in there. I've updated 5 webinars. But if you guys are attending live, then you guys are attending live. You don't need the recordings. We've got another example. So Michael had a really good example here. And Michael's been with us for probably the last couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. He's charging through content. He's given me the green light to use his example of a motivational Kickstarter video. So I've just attached that as a link, Michael, in the course for people to just view. Show of hands here who doesn't have a motivational Kickstarter video. There's going to be a few of you. I'm telling you guys, like, it's demo for a system for you, brother. This is freaking fire, man. Like, it really is fire. Sai, I'll answer your question in a second. Hold the thought. But guys, I'm like, there's always, when I was speaking with Michael as well, Michael asked, have we got an example of a client start point video? And I said that we don't, because I can't force you guys to record your client starting points, right? This is something, is anybody here implementing client start point videos? This is new-ish content that we've only put into place the last couple of months or so. Anyone doing it? No? So just to go over that stuff quickly before continuing on, and then sorry, if you did have a question, let us know. Look, motivational Kickstarter videos, guys, and if you're not working with us, this is great value for you. What we recommend you create is a video that at the start of the journey, you can do something like this. What's up, guys? Hopefully you're all well. Simon, and I'm well done for taking the leap of faith to work with Simon Finch Fitness. There's going to be plenty of ups, plenty of downs on your journey, but the main thing is this. I'm qualified and I've been there through the ups and downs myself, so I can drag you through the pit of fire without getting burned. What I want to tell you is that basically if you utilize me as your consultant or as your coach, and obviously show up, we will win together. That's a basic version, right? But you want to basically pre-frame people. And if you're a trainer with leverage, this is so important, because what it does is it gives everyone direct access to you, right? Via video, obviously, but they're working with the head coach of the business. So again, if you're not working with us, I'm on a roll today already. Well, if you're not working with us and this is some good value for you, what we show people how to do with leverage is we build a coaching experience, which basically means you are the head coach, but then you've got face-to-face trainers. So they're getting an online mentorship plus face-to-face trainers too. So these motivational Kickstarters, like, they're really important to get your online relationship, and then they'll have a face-to-face relationship with your staff off to a really good start. And it just primes them for their journey. It tells them they are going to have weeks where they're probably going to gain weight if their goal is to lose weight. So they're going to go backwards. But if you hold their hand and drag them through the fire, they will not get burnt. So I'm telling you guys, these motivational Kickstarters are massive. There's a new example of one of those. We've got new sales training as well. A really good new sales training, which kind of is like a culmination of the last 2 weeks worth of sales that I've taken, of which I'm going to be taking the sales webinars into the future as well. So with Jude, just a bit of an update of Jude has been taking some time off the last couple of weeks. There's a role shift and change for Jude. So you won't see him on webinars. We're too busy in our back-end stuff, and Jude is going to be managing a lot of that stuff. So we've had a role change for Jude. So just a bit of an example of what you can expect there. Doba, hopefully you're well, my man. Good to see you. But new sales training, right, that I will be then taking. I've sort of taken a bit of an approach recently on closing your prospects, right? With the analogy, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink it. Well, here at Pinnacle and Strike, we recommend that you lead them to the water and then sometimes politely put their face in it. You need to close your prospects. A lot of people expect their prospects to close themselves. And I personally have had a lot of growth in the last year with this, with consulting that I do with my mentors. And they're telling us the same thing. A lot of people expect people to just jump. You've got to hold their hand, secure them, reassure them, give them all the social proof that you guys have of your great track records, and then politely hold their hand, but then fucking drag them a little bit, right? You need to close them, and it's that simple. So there's new sales training. That's inside the sales training in school section. We've uploaded as well the student training pack example. So I know people that were here yesterday with me. I know, Michael, you were. I know it's a pretty different crowd today. Nathan, you were there as well. We uploaded the student training pack example to building in the section of school where you build your products. This was available in our old portal. I've just transferred it across. It's a 30-page document, excuse me, that what you can do is use, sell for a once-off fee if you're getting people with monetary objections or pushbacks, or if they're students or like international students as well, people on budgets, right? They're university, you know, they're studying at uni, that sort of stuff. Low budget. It's a,
where do we find it? Sorry.
It is, I'll show you. So in here, let's go school in here. So first and foremost, your leverage and recruitment. There's your social media job ad template.
Yeah.
So that's that. If you then go into the classroom and then go into, so this one in here, sales, close your prospects.
Yeah, I've seen that one, yeah.
And then you're looking for business framework, designing your perfect product, and at the bottom, student budget product.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. And what I've done here is I've just put a bonus here. Below is also a student budget product offering to be sold as a once-off payment of $50 to $100. Feel free to use it as drop sales or for people with budget issues, which is typically going to be students, guys. So utilize that if you want to. It's a 30-page doc. I'll tell you what, I'll show you quickly. I mean, it's good for people to have a look at anyway, right? So see how this views. Okay, so it's a really simple pack. We put quite a lot of time and energy into this, guys. It's 34 pages long. There's a lot here in terms of, like, first and foremost, we go through some fitness terms, and then mindset, goal setting, setting smart goals, right? Managing challenges, tracking your progress. We go through progress photos, how to track everything in terms of measurements, how to take measurements, nutritional fundamentals, macros, best sources of carbs, fats, and proteins. It goes on and on and on and on. Quite a lot of detailed stuff about nutrition. Like this, guys, is good to go. Like, honestly, if you want, which I'm going to actually show people in a second as well. We had some Canva breakthroughs yesterday, Michael, didn't we? We had some Canva breakthroughs. I'm going to show people how you can actually edit these really easily, guys. I'm going to do a training on this for you as well, but all you want to do is edit this by dragging it into Canva. I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty cool. Change the baby blue if you want it. Change the font color, and you're off to the races. Chuck your logo on it if you want. Training fundamentals, warm-ups, activations, cool-downs, training programs, rep ranges, a 4-day split, lower body focus 4-day split, advanced 4-day split, advanced 3-day program, beginner 3-day programs, lower body focus, resistant band workouts. You get the idea, guys. It's done for you, so you can use it. It's there. Just get it and sell it, and it's that simple. You can tweak it if you want to, but with that being said, it is good to go. Rubes, question on that one before we get to the next content, which is new, because we have got quite a bit.
for example, with the Facebook group, would an idea be that you might agree with that you could like break that up into like, I don't know, 6 or 7 sections, and over, 6-7 weeks, you release some of that and then you deep dive into it, or you release the whole package and then on the Facebook each week you go through 1 or 2 of those sections and you just deep dive it.
Okay, this is a great question, bro. So this is a great question. You could use that, right? So you could use that document for your own purposes. So I'm like, just for the record, like I recommend you sell that as a once-off payment offering for students, right? If you wanted to, though, you could take that and you could dissect it. This is really, really good thinking, Rubes. Like you could create so much content off that. And you could take, right, today, what we're going to show you is what we do with our clients. Like if you look at the content that we put out in the PT Business Blueprint, like a lot of it at the moment is very geared around offering a ton of value. And we're doing like, what's this here? So just quickly here. Yeah, one-time thing, Sam. So anyone with budget issues, just give them that. All right, just give them that. And it's that simple. Now, what we're doing is a lot of value-packed content. You have to give a lot to receive. All right. Hey, Claire, hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you as always. Like you've got to give a lot to receive. So you could take a section of that, Rubes, like you mentioned, and then what you could do is take that section and you could do some informative content on it. And today what I want to do is show you what we do here at Ruben Howard Fitness, right? I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our nutritional components that our clients use to lose a minimum of 5 to 10 kilos. So you have a hook at the start, which gets people's engagement, and then you could just go through one of them. And then it could be tune into next week where we're going to dive into a 4-day training split, right? And show you why 4-day training split, if you're wanting to get put on muscle mass and get bigger, why it will work for you. Is that what you're kind of along the lines of doing, Rubes?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Like in each section, you could deep dive. Like I've got my own stuff with like sauna and cold therapy, and I'm planning to do like just a week on that. Like go super in depth with the studies, just be concise. And then yeah, but just to clarify, so if it's a student and you just don't think that they're going to commit, you just say, look, here's a package. I'll show you your program and I'll give you this onboarding document. It'll be $150 as a one-time thing, and then you'll know your program and we'll do like 2 sessions together or whatever it is.
That's a great question, and I think this will clarify or clear up what Sam is looking for as well, right? So Cass, where can you find the document and how much would you sell it for? I'm just going to share my screen again. Claire, this is great for you as well. This will be a really, really good drop for you and Glyn to use, especially with Glyn. So I think he gets quite a lot of people like this. But yeah, it was in the old portal. We've just put it into the new portal. So we go here. So this is it, right? It's a student offering. It's like you could sell this for, honestly, guys, you could sell this for hundreds of dollars, like if you wanted to. But with that being said, this is where it is, Cass. Go into the classroom, go into your business framework, and then go into create your own motivation. Oh, no, design your perfect product. At the bottom, there is a second product now, right? Student budget product. So that's that. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Now, with that being said, Rubes, to answer your question, once off payment, 50 to 100 bucks. Think about it like this as well, guys. Just a bit of the depths of around. You're welcome, Cass. Just to go into the depths of why this makes sense. Even though you could sell that for hundreds, 50 bucks, if you've got consults and people are really on the fence and you can't use our new sales training to lead them to water, but then politely put their head in it to drink and to take their hand and drag them out the other side of that consultation with you to a paid client, what you can do is use this as a once-off payment. So it's once off. You give them an electronic version of it. You don't go through a custom, like there is no custom programs, no nothing groups. What that document does, as I just showed you, it goes through a 4-day lower body split, a 4-day full body split, a 3-day lower body, advanced. It's got everything in there, beginner, advanced, intermediate, pretty much, right? They just tell them to use that. At the end of the day, it's 50 bucks. Just say, look, this is the offering for you. This is the best thing. This is what we give all of our international students, our local students that are at uni or studying, right? It's this. It's 50 bucks. think about it like this, guys. The point I'm getting to is this: you're taking that many consults. You might as well get 40 or 50. I don't care if you sold it for $19.95, right, guys. I don't care. $19.95. You're better off getting something from your consult, all right, to ensure that you're walking away with something. Do you know what I mean? Not that it's always around and it's always about making money, but at the end of the day, you want to help these people. A document like that, like who thinks that a document like that stacked with 34 pages of value is going to help someone? Like, I know for a fact if Claire put together a document with her expertise, being a bodybuilder, right? Like, if you put together a document for people in Muscle Hut that didn't want to train with you, they would jump at something like that if it was a priority for them to get in shape. So what you'll find on the flip side, guys, is even if you sold that thing for $10 fucking, and I'm being honest, $10, £5, right? If you sold that thing for $10 and people still said no, it just shows you it's not money that's their issue. They just don't want to get in shape. Does that make sense, guys? Because I've done a lot of like, can I get like some thumbs up if that makes sense? Like, if you can't sell that for freaking $10, it is nothing other than people's lack of prioritization of getting in shape, which is completely fine. It's completely fine. But what I hate to see is like, I hate to see people get, I thank you for the little clap emoji, Michael. I hate to see people get shafted with like the mentality of like, oh, they can't afford it. Go and sell something for $10, right? $10, which they're going to go and spend within 10 minutes of leaving you a lot of the time. And I'm telling you, they'll still say no. They'll still say no. Then you'll believe, right, that this is not a monetary objection. It's them lack of prioritization. And so therefore you'll find that if you use this student offering, guys, that it's actually going to help you sharpen your sales axe, right? And you'll find that you'll be able to read people's excuses a little bit more without being too horrible. So yeah, we sell it as a once off if the client's telling you they don't want to sign, and there's no customization either, brother. This is a one, like, think about it, Rubes. It's $50, right? This is not $5,000, right? It's not like people are working with you for custom pro. This is another good point to make as well, Rubes. Like, if someone wants to work with you for $50 and expects a full tailored split with tailored nutrition and all that, think about it. Like, there's no way. Like, your time is worth so much more. Your hourly rate, all of you guys here, your hourly rate is a minimum of $100 to $120 an hour, minimum, on the low side. So think about it. What are you going to do for $50? You're going to sit down and tailor everything out? No, it's just like, this is a student offering. Have it. Student discount, even $20. I don't care. If you had 50 people throughout the year say no, right, that took you up on that offer, like 50 times 20, do the math. It's an extra K in your pocket. Do you know what I mean? Why not? Rather than just sending them away with nothing and saying you can't work with me because you can't afford it, give them an offering. That's why it's a student offering for a budget alternative. Make sense, bro? Good, Rubes? Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Let me just check this chat because there was a few other things in there as well. You sold one this morning to someone who wants it. Did you sell that, Claire? I don't know. I think you've gone for a second, Claire. But there you go. You have, okay, so you have one and you sell it for $179. There you go. So Claire has one and she sells it for $179 once off payment. Like, guys, I say 50 to 100 because it's a student offering. But I'm actually glad I picked on Claire as an example because I know for a fact that Claire's value in terms of what she knows will be stacked. You sold one of those ironically today, Claire.
Yes.
There you go. Very funny.
Because I started dancing again and did a big stadium show this weekend, and then all my new dancing mates have started looking up all over the old posts of like my ass basically, and they're like, oh my god, want an ass like you for the next show. So I was like, right, okay, well, I have a glute ebook which I sell like for $179, and yeah, this morning someone said I want it because they can't afford PT at the moment.
That's right. And this is the thing, guys. Like, excuses are a cover up for a lack of prioritization. like 9 times out of 10, it's not always. There are people that legitimately might not be able to afford your services at this time. And think about it, guys. Like, you're all elite trainers that are stacked full with value. So therefore, your rates are what they are, right? Your rates should be a minimum of 100 to 120 an hour. Over here in Australia, the minimum going rate for trainers should be around half an hour, $50 minimum. But the thing is that when you're not qualified on how to sell and build value and stuff like this, what they don't educate you in Cert 3 and 4, if you go out there, a lot of people get attracted to the industry because they think they can charge 100, 150 an hour. When it comes to actually selling it, they shit themselves because they don't know how to do it, right? So when you can build the value in, you get the confidence, you know your worth. Again, going back to you, Claire, like I remember when you told us about Tarkin and you like, Tarkin's charging 150 an hour, and you were like, he's charging $75 per half an hour, and you were like, I'm fucking worth that. Like, I'm worth that. As soon as you get that in your head, it's game over. It really is game over. Build a belief, and that student pack is a great way to stack value. So we're still in the intro of the webinar here, but we're half an hour into it. But anyway, we're doing good. The last thing, I've saved the best till last, and this is what we'll transition into. Any questions on that, guys? Nah? We're good. The marketing marathon is live. It is live, guys. So every one of you guys, all right, every one of you guys, I'm going to share my screen, will now have access. If you don't mind, check while you're on this webinar with me and tell me if you don't have access to the new marketing marathon training. So if you go into the classroom in school and go right to the bottom, there is a New Year's marketing marathon section. This will be triggered on at this time of year, right? You should only be able to see this episode 1, which is the strategy. We're going to be going into this in great detail in the next webinar, all right? With that being said, drafts mean only I can see it because we're still putting in supporting documents, putting in videos, and I'm getting ready to launch these, right? So with that being said, this is everything that you need for the strategy. Can everyone please just check and tell me if you don't have access? Hopefully you've all got access. Yeah, there is only one video accessed at the moment, and that's it. Okay, question answered. Yes, there you go. So only one video. The video is about 20 minutes long, right? There is a 4-part series. Now, if you're watching this on record, again, because I know we do have a handful of people that watch these, if you are a PT and you want to jump on board with us, just reach out to us. At this time of year, we generate hundreds of leads for our trainers, these guys. So you could be one of those guys too. Michael, question?
Yes. So I've tried to get approval for this procedure, this method, and they said I can have a table and the process up as long as I'm standing there the whole time,
Yes.
Which I don't have time to do.
Yes, we will discuss all of this in the. Are you coming to the marketing marathon, the marketing webinar next?
Yeah.
We'll speak about it in there.
Okay, sure.
There's a lot of, and this is exactly what the webinars are for, because we have it all covered, right? So it's all good, no stress. But yeah, guys, like if you want to go into 2024 prepared, right? If you're not prepared to succeed, you're prepared to fail, right? If you want to succeed, you need to be prepared for it. So do the marketing marathon, and it's that simple. So with that being said, there's one video there, guys. In relation to the webinars now, so for the next probably 6 to, it would be 6, it'll be more like 8 to 10 weeks, all of the marketing webinars will be in relation to the marketing marathon. If you are, I think I'm just looking at Dan Dober on my screen here. Like if you're Dan Dober at this time, if you're Damien, right? If you are, I mean, Tash, we've discussed this. If you are Glyn and Claire, if you're Ryan, I know again, bro, we're both very busy, but drop me a voice message at some point, we'll catch up. Like you guys, if you're Cassie, Michael's already in the midst of doing it. Simon, it's actually a lot of you guys on here. One of the things that we talk about straight away inside the first couple of weeks before we actually launch the marketing is you need to ideally be on the lookout for a trainer now. The worst thing that you can do at this time of year, right, is to go out and run this strategy. And we had this last year with Tane, and he won't mind me saying it. Tane was 2 trainers deep last year, I think. And he generated hundreds of leads, and he didn't contact any of them until May. That's not acceptable. Right? It's not acceptable. And the leads were gone by then. You've done a disservice to people, right? Especially if you announce that there's going to be, you know, runner-up prizes and people are going to be contacted and then they're not. So for you guys that are like banging your head off a ceiling, we're still only middle of November. So the reason why I say this, guys, is so that you can forecast, right, for growth. I broke this down yesterday with Michael and Nath, and I think who else was there? I don't know if anyone else was there on the sales webinar, but I broke it down to those guys that if you generate 150 leads, so we want a minimum of 100 and a maximum of 200. But if just for the sake of this Q&A webinar, I want to break it down for everyone here. If you go in the middle at 150, bearing in mind these are quality qualified leads. And last year we had someone generate 600. So with that being said, nowhere near that this year. I don't want that amount of volume because it's impossible to contact them. These people, they didn't get massive growth from it. Right, they got some growth and they did well, but not relative to 600 leads worth of growth, right? So if you go in the middle at 150 and we go really cautious, guys, that 60 to 70% of those people don't even answer text messages, which will not be the case because we have a sequence where we're going to follow everyone up and keep them engaged. If you booked in 50 consults, right, let's get the chat lit up here. If I gave you 50 consults this week, how many do you reckon you'd be converting? Type in the chat, 50. I know Sam Barfield, you'd probably be getting at least 40 of them, right? But I know for a fact, a lot of you guys, if you're getting 50, so Sam, 50. So like, but like anybody, you probably would. So look, here's the thing. Let's look at this chat here. It's what we got. We got 30 from Monica, 15 to 20 from Mike. We got 50 from Sam, of course, you legend. 30 from Rubes, 20 from Aaron, 35 Nave, 25 to 30 Ryan, 30 Claire, right? Assuming they all show, correct? Because remember, 150, I'm going on the bottom end of the spectrum. Dan's 51, legend. So that's good. Like, guys, at the end of the day, Tash 40. Like, it's great to see, guys, everyone here solidly stacked with confidence. So well done. But remember, we're going on the cautious side, 50 from 150, right? Even if you got 25% conversion rate, right, which is lower than any of you guys think that you can convert, that is 12 new clients. If you go bang smack in the middle, bronze, gold, and silver, and you go for silver, that is 22 new sessions, right? Ryan, Dan, Claire, Damo, Tash, Michael, Simon. I know the answer for you, bro. It's definitely a no. Could you take on 20-something new sessions right now? Just nod or shake your head. Like, nod or shake. Don't. If you nod, you're an idiot. So like, you can't take them. You can't take them. So look, again, for all of you guys, this is where you've got to be looking at. Like, if you want to capitalize from this strategy. Right. Otherwise, the good thing is that you'll get yourself literally, you'll be bursting. Your business will be absolutely bursting at the seams. So leverage. Jack, good to see you as well, bro. Glad to see you hop on. We're just saying that if you are looking at leveraging, like at this time of year or next year, the Christmas marketing marathon is going to get you there, basically. So yeah, it's that simple. So Sai, Dan, Ryan, again, Claire, Glyn, great to see you. I can see you sneaking in half of the camera there, bro. Tash, Jack, like a lot of Damo, a lot of you guys, Michael, you're all on that brink. You're bursting. So be on the lookout to leverage, all right, at this time of year. But we're going to discuss the Christmas marketing marathon in detail in the next webinar. And it's that simple. Any questions so far come to mind about any of the new content, which has taken me 40 minutes to go through, which is great? Nothing. That's good. So solid. All right. Awesome stuff. With that being said, guys, look, we're ready to pretty much rock and roll with this marketing marathon. A heads up as well. Next week, I have a reminder go off in my calendar that I'm going to Sydney. So next Wednesday, there will be none of this webinar. I have a Fit Summit. So it's with it's like a networking event for like lots of the gym CEOs and stuff like that. So I have to go to that. So apologies next week. So there's 20-something people here. Just a heads up, there's no webinars next week on Wednesday. However, for all of you guys, there will be another release of content which you can all come here if you want. I'll leave my computer on, I can press record, and you can all sit here and watch the content. But look, in your own time, guys, just watch the next training step. So utilize this time next week to go through the next trainings that will be released. Because yeah, I'm in Sydney. I was going to pull the pin because I love you guys so much, but then I thought I don't love you that much. I've got to go. So with that being said, that's that. The same will be for Tuesday sales and also Thursday's webinar. There'll be no webinars for 3 days because it's a 3-day freaking corporate event that I have to go to, and I'm sorry, I apologize. But we've got plenty of stuff to do, and it's that simple. So that's that. So I'm glad I remembered to let you guys know in person. Michael, anyone else here in New South Wales? If you want to catch up, I will be available to catch up in the evenings. I'm staying in Darling Harbour. So if you want to catch up, Michael, I'm more than happy to catch up, bro. If you want to catch up for a coffee.
Oh, sounds good.
So yeah, hit me up. I don't think there's anyone else here in New South, actually. No. You're on the other side. There you are, Mitch, down in the bottom corner. How you doing, bro? Hopefully you're good. If you're on the northern beaches, bro, I'm going to be in Sydney next week between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to be at an event all day. But if you want to catch coffee in the morning, and yeah, Sam, you can fly over from the UK, bro. I'll see you there. And yeah, if you want to catch coffee in the morning, or if you want to go out, I'll be having some food somewhere. If you want to go out for some dinner, just let us know. But that's that. Again. All right, now let's open this up to Q&A forum for the last 20 minutes, and then we're going to transition into the marketing marathon, where I'm going to educate everyone with the new detailed structure, the new polished structure for the marketing marathon. Any questions about anybody's business at all in relation to anything whatsoever? Otherwise, I'm going to
question.
Yes, question. Go for it. Go.
A bit of a two-part. Considering your experience and expertise, what would you say are the main attributes that distinguish a trainer that's, you know, making $2,000 a week to 5 and 5 to 10? Because they all have access to the same training, but what would you say the attributes are?
What a question. What a question, my man.
Well, we're all here to make 10K a week eventually. So,
well, look, I said to people I think it was around about 4 to 6 months ago, I said, whether you like it or not, I'm building a club of 5K killers, right? Aaron, my man, we're nearly there. I know we've had Nathan since then, we're there, right? We have had people crack it. And that's what I personally want, is like 5K killers. But what's the difference between a, let's say, fully booked trainer and a 10K trainer?
Yeah.
This is when I lose 50 clients all at once. Look, look, I mean, you put me on the spot, but this is what I could probably spend 20 minutes just on this. Action taking. So action wins, hard work works, right? It's very hard to take leaps of faith and steps out of comfort zones. When you're comfortable equals content. And I've talked about this with many people here before, right? I mean, look, everyone here who's fully booked or banging their head off a ceiling, you're comfortable, right? And therefore, you could say over prolonged periods of time, you become content, right? If you are, for example, not to put, who should I put on the spot here? If you're, Mon's a great example. So Mon comes on board, does a K a week, doubles it to 2, goes to 2.5, leverages quick. Now, I don't want to make this about leverage, but the only way you'll get into 10K weeks is through leverage. It's the only way possible. You can't do it on your own. You can't, like, and anyone doing 10K a week online, show me where they're at, because there's not many of those guys out there in the world doing that, apart from big superstars, million plus following. You know what I mean? They make a lot of money through a lot of affiliations and stuff like that. I think that in summary, people that are prepared to have their hand held, be willing to learn, be coachable, and to continuously take leaps of faith outside of comfort zones. That's the difference between a successful trainer and a very successful trainer. You're never going to do anything worth having in life, guys, that comes easy. And I think it's that simple. And again, I'm not just talking about leveraging here. It's about taking action. That's the main thing. Like taking action with everything. If you have the right education that we have, and Michael, thanks for the kind words. Obviously, you're enjoying the start of your journey. And like I said to you, you're going really good at the moment. So I'm proud of you, brother. If you have the education that we have here for personal trainers that are face-to-face, The only thing stopping you, therefore, being the difference between a busy trainer and a very successful trainer is your willingness or lack of willingness to move. That's all it is. It's the only difference. I don't like, I can't put it any other way. Like, I will always motivate my clients and my family. You're my second family, guys. Every day I bring an A game to these webinars. Trust me, I'm not always this hyped. I'm not always this hyped. But guys, I bring it because I have to motivate you. And it's that simple. If I'm not motivating you, I'm bringing you down. So what's the point, right? But you guys will get to a point, right? And this isn't part 2, Michael. The difference between someone who's there and someone who isn't is that the person who isn't there, so a 6-figure or a busy trainer, is not yet sick and tired of the position. I mean, guys, here's the swearing coming out. Sick and fucking tired of being where you are to the extent that you need or want and have to change. You haven't got there yet. And I'm being honest. That's all it is. Again, you're content and comfortable. And it sounds harsh, but it's not. It's just the truth. I remember me and a great client of mine, Aaron, here, bro. And I love you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, brother. So we spoke about this, right? We spoke about being content. And I was like, and bearing in mind, Aaron at the time was doing like $2,500, $3,000 weeks, right? And leveraged, right? So it's like solid coach, right? NDIS specific. We're touching the 5K mark now. We're in the 4s, right? Next week. It's tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Thanks for reminding me. So like with Aaron, I mentioned about content, and he's like, I'm not content. I was like, what? Like, I hate to say it, but content is comfort. That's what it is. It's so easy, guys. Like, if you're a Ryan Reyes, if you're a Simon, if you're a Dan Dober, like if you're Jack Amani, you guys are doing in between $2,000 and $3,000 weeks. You're taking like $125,000 to $150,000 per year. In a world that is today, that is a freaking good wage, right? You've got no staff, you've got minimal overheads, although everyone's got bills. Everyone's got rent to pay, everyone's got their coach, which is me, to pay. And if you've got your own online coach, and you've got subscriptions, you've got gas, power, water, amenities, food, rent, it adds up. Here's another thing for you guys to motivate you. Difference between the first level and the next. 6 figures is not a lot of cash. You'll realize that you're there. 6 figures is not a lot of money. And I'm not saying that because of my financial situation. It's not like that at all. It's anyone's financial situation. When you get there, you realize 6 figures ain't all that. But you're in a very comfortable position. So therefore, comfort equals content. And all I want to show people, and I think we're doing a very good job of this without like really driving it, is that we're creating 5K killers one step at a time. And I'm creating a team of which 50% of the people in here are either leveraged or need it. 75% at least of the people in here. Let's go through it. Aaron's leveraged, so is Cass. Mitch is doing it right now. Sam's leveraged. Jack is looking at doing it right now. Ryan looking at doing it right now. Nathan is 2 trainers deep. Tash, fully booked, looking at leverage right now. Simon, looking at leverage right now. Dan Dover, looking at leverage right now. Claire and Glyn, playing with the idea, potentially looking at leverage next year. Ruben, coming up to it. Mon is leveraged. Michael is leveraged. 90% of the people on this webinar are at either the top of that bottom level or are well and truly on the way to getting towards that 10K killer mark. The only difference is that what you guys are going to find is that when you have record week after record week after record week, you're going to constantly be hit with setbacks, right? Setbacks, which are uncomfortable leaps of faith that you've never done before. So to get what you've never had, you have to do what you've never done. And it's that simple. It's that simple. So with that being said, I'm going to breathe now. But Michael, hopefully that gives you a bit of an understanding of what I believe as the difference between a 10K trainer and not. It's nothing special, because when you have the education, and we've created many 10K trainers, many, and our record that we had is 17.5. I'll be honest, I have never had a 7-figure testimonial. A lot of people will bullshit that they have like 8-figure testimonials and all that. I'm being real. I don't have a 7-figure one, but I'm freaking proud of what we've created. And to get a face-to-face trainer to $17,000 weeks, I think anyone here ends up there, you're pretty damn happy. And I'm very proud of that. That surpassed me by a long way. So I've coached people to go further than where I was. So yeah, hopefully that helps, Mike. Great question.
Yes, thank you.
Just so for you, I'm not going to go around now and tell everyone how they can do better. But for you, Mike, keep exactly what you are doing. You can't change anything, mate. Keep asking questions, keep showing up, keep flooding my inbox, brother. Like I don't mind. Like I want to have people message because it shows you're engaged, which means that you're going to be coachable and then you want to learn. And then therefore, when you hit those little hurdles, I'll take you over them. All right. Sometimes that can take that little jump, right? Jack knows what I'm talking about. Brian knows what I'm talking about. Claire and Glenn know what I'm talking about. Like Mitch knows what I'm talking about. Like Dan Dober knows what I'm talking about. You're all going through these little things. It's not just you individually, guys. All of you guys. Like I said, 90% of you people on this webinar are either leveraged or need to, right? It's these little leaps, I'm telling you. You're going to have to go through multiple of them. When you recognize that when you go through one and then you go, boom, 2K per week added to your income, then another little, oh shit, boom, then it goes again. I had to commit yesterday to our business coach for another 6 months. I shat myself when I it's not nice, like, but I welcome the feeling because I know when I'm scared, I'm gonna grow, and that's what it is. If you can recognize that feeling, you'll slay into the future. Cass, what do you got?
Hello.
Hello.
So with the A6 process for the ballot boxes,
Yes.
yeah, I've just made up one on Canva and I tried printing it off in A6 and it doesn't come out in A6. How the heck do you do that?
There's us having a really big like motivational talk, and there's Cassie and office work print out a little DL flyer.
I know.
No, so say, how do you do what? Sorry, how do you print in A6?
So how do you print it in the A6 form? Because I printed it off, like I saved it as an A6 document on Canva, and then I printed it off, but it didn't come out in A6.
Are you in Office Works?
No, I'm not in Office Works now.
Go and get Office Works to do it. That's what I do. I don't know.
What you can do, go to Microsoft Word on your tablet or whatever. You can. What I do is just take the picture you want to print. I think an A6 size is like 10 by 14 centimeters. Just scale it to that in Microsoft Word and then print it off in color.
Okay, I don't have Microsoft Word. I use Google Docs. So I don't know. I don't know if that will be it.
You should be able to use Google, what's it called? Sheets. Google Sheets is Word, I think. I think you can, you can just change the sizing. And that's that. Or you can ask the design team, but there's no point paying the design team to do that. There's no need. Like you could, so just double click the image. Nathan is right. Like we used to do that old school, I think, like double click an image 10 by 14 and then try and make it like, I used to get very meticulous about how it fits very snug in the lead box backing, but yeah, you can like play around with it. And then, a Word is the best way to do it. Nathan's right, because you can just drag and make it big more. So that's that. Hopefully that helps. Otherwise, just go to Office Works. Tip for all of you guys going forward, like into the marketing marathon, Office Works is the best place for you guys to go and get stuff printed. If you're in Australia, if you're in the UK, I don't know, does Staples do it or something like that? Sam, probably Staples. US, like obviously you're going to have like stores that can print and stuff like that. Otherwise, Vistaprint, which is worldwide for everybody, is where I recommend you get all of your like business cards and stuff made and stuff like that. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully that helps, Cass. Hopefully Nathan helped you. Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah, one more quick question.
Yes.
Sorry, Nathan, did I cut you off?
Now you go, interrupt him. You're fine.
Okay. So on that webinar the other day, you said with the screen recording on your laptop, it's QuickTime. Like you have to download QuickTime. Yeah,
editing a video.
How do I download that? Can you send me a link for the download so I can download it onto my computer?
Just do a Google search. Just say download QuickTime.
Yeah, that's what I did, but it came up with like a million different things and I got confused.
Right. Let's have a little quick look at this for you. It's normally, to be honest with you, QuickTime is normally something that is like normally embedded in your computer. You got a Mac or what have you got?
No, I got a Lenovo.
Okay, so you want this here? Soft Sonic. Yeah, okay, this is it because that's the emblem, I'm pretty sure.
Soft Sonic.
Oh, no, you don't want that.
Yeah, see, this is what I was doing, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so confused.
It's probably going to be different for you as well because you're not on a Mac, so I'm only going to get the Mac stuff. This is probably, yeah, this is right. Oh, here you go. So you on Windows?
Yeah.
No, this is what you need. Okay. I'm going to send you this link. There's loads of different types of this 6, 7, 8 different types here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably going to want this one. So 7.9. Download 7.9. I'll just send it to you quickly on.
Amazing. Thank you.
Let's go to school. It'll be a lot easier. Okay. So Cass, and then we're good. Okay, Tash, what have you got? You got a question?
Yes,
Yes,
I do. So I'm obviously finished off doing all the bulk blast training, so I'm setting all that up. So obviously with the new member list and the calls, I add people to my database.
Mm-hmm.
For SA group text, do I need to re-upload each time I add people to it for text messages and stuff like that, or how does it work?
Say the last part again.
So I've got SA group text. So I've copied all my leads from my database into Excel for
the XLS format.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I keep adding new names to that, do I have to re-upload the whole file again each time? Yes,
correct. Yeah. So what I would
how do I stop it from duplicating then? Obviously,
well, you're going to have so what you'll have is if say if your database has got 500 people in it, right, and then you run a strategy and we get like another 25 people, right, they're going to go into that database. What I would do is you always have your database formatted like name, number, and email, and then you just copy the name and number column into the XLS format, and you'll just have it. But then, so this is what you'll have, right?
Yeah.
So I'll show you here. SA group text. When you open it, you'll have multiple different lists of names. Like, so for me, like a lot of these lists, they're exactly the same people, but they'll just have like an extra 50 on the bottom or another 100 on the bottom and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is fine. You can have infinite amounts of lists in SA group text like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And will I do the same with birthday lists? So having like one for January, February. Yeah.
So just do a birthday list Jan, and you just title it birthday list Jan, save it as the XLS, write your message into the Excel spreadsheet if you want to. And with that being said, you don't actually need to write the message into the spreadsheet. You don't need to do that. You could just put like a line of rubbish, and then when it syncs it to text message, you just write the message from scratch and then hit send with everyone's numbers in it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to potentially, even with the text itself, have it in my notes in my phone and then just copy and paste it across that way. Would that work?
Yeah. So 100%. So in your phone, but then you're going to have to get that onto your Excel spreadsheet. So the best way for me, like my little life hack, Nathan, you'd like this one, mate, is sending stuff to yourself in Facebook Messenger is the quickest way to get stuff from your mobile device onto a computer screen. Right? So if you've got a text, right, copy the text.
I discovered that wizardry years ago.
Yes, you're more of a wizard.
Right?
It's great wizardry, that one. So you just copy it, send it to yourself in Messenger, then open up the screen on your computer, copy then the text from it, paste it into the Excel spreadsheet, hit the Wi-Fi button on SA group text, the IP address will come up, you upload the document, you hit send. This is gobbledygook for most of you people that aren't using it, but you know what I'm saying, Tash. And then from there, it'll sync it. Magic wizardry will come onto your phone, right?
Okay.
So you're going to have loads of different lists at the end of the day, because you think about it, like the way in which we do bulk blast, it's just speed. It's speed and it's convenience, getting people directly value to their mobile phone screen, right? And that's the strategy, basically. Saves you having to call and manually.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're getting people that you'll do better with calls, but you'll get a lot of no-shows because people just won't be able to say no to you on the phone because the script is so good. If you deliver them in an unscripted way. And yeah, that's pretty much good questions, because we're going to use SA group text quite a bit in the marketing marathon. Plenty of wizardry coming up. So with that being said, let's end this one. It's bang on the 11 to the 2nd, and let's go across to the next webinar. For all of you guys that have watched this on YouTube, hopefully you've taken some value and some motivational value away, which was prompted by Michael Wilson's great question. So thanks, Michael. And hopefully you're all motivated. So let's go take some action. I'll see you in the next webinar.